real belief around this city and around this club at the moment that they are out of the doldrums that have plagued them the last 2 or 3 years, and they are moving forward in the right direction.
Yeah, and I just hope they don't take liberties, as long as they're positive and simple and keep it right and stay disciplined with their pattern of play, passing.
Sterling slips it through to Cancelo as they work down this left-hand side, but the referee's seen something, gives a free kick to City, I think, and then explains his decision, Mike Dean, with about 27 hand gestures, and to explain to Kyle Walker-Peters why it's a free kick, but it's in a decent position for City. It's past the midway point of the half, underneath us on this left-hand side, so it can be whipped in between all the players that are lining up on the edge of the penalty area and Alex McCarthy. Maybe Bernardo Silva's left foot, but maybe De Bruyne's right foot. Kevin De Bruyne's there, Bernardo Silva's beneath us. It will be the left foot of De Silva, goes right across everyone. The offside flag goes up despite it being put into the back of the net by Rodri, who actually was left at the back post unmarked, but the flag went up early and there is an offside. It's whether you think the players are interfering, but given they're all rushing towards the ball, I think you've got to give the offside.
When that ball was played, there was 3 players offside.
As Ederson puts a huge long clearance down the pitch and City were rushing towards it. Saints cleared it, but City have picked it up. They're quickest to the second ball, and De Bruyne's got free, pulls it back to Sterling. 1-0, unmarked, coming in off the left-hand side. It's been coming from Manchester City, and Raheem Sterling has the goal, his 4th of the campaign, and City have the lead. Saints 0, Man City 1. The goal in the 16th minute here, like it was for Adams back in July.
Well, they played a long ball over the top. It was headed back by Saints and picked up by De Bruyne. He goes on an overlap. De Bruyne's played back in. He just cuts it back for Sterling. Classic goal, good movement, good play, good finish, and we're 1 down.
Saints lost it when it was cleared out, and Sterling, Dave, is in way too much space. If you look at the replays, no one within 5 yards of him, and he just places it past McCarthy, who could do nothing about it. Again, Dave, for Danny Ings, it just hasn't quite happened today. Good positions, just not quite get everything. The final thing isn't quite happening for him. But that's a great ball, switching play out to the right. Now Walcott will shoot. Ederson parries, and that just sums it up. It just misses Ings. Romeo will hit it from distance on the rebound, and Ederson will pat it down.
You see the point I'm making, Adam. We've played the ball higher up, and we're playing City now for the last 2 or 3 minutes up in their half.
Long clearance from Ederson. Vestergaard and De Bruyne come together. De Bruyne didn't jump though, and that's flicked on by Ings' head on to halfway. Adams has done very well. Feeds Moussa Djenepo. Again, he checks inside. He looks for a man on the back post, which is Walcott. And Walcott inside to Ings, who heads it wide, but it looks like a high kick to me. On Danny Ings, there was quite a high boot as he went to head that. He wants it. VAR might look at it. Mike Dean has given the goal kick for the header. But I must admit, my immediate thought was that City defender's a bit reckless putting his foot up there as Ings goes to head it. It's quite high, but Ings was stooping a bit. Dave will think, I think you'll probably say that's just a natural collision, Dave, but the boot was quite high. Did he get the ball though?
He didn't get the ball. In actual fact, he's just bringing his foot up, but Ings' got a header through him, and I think that's why the referees played on.
Bertrand strides into the City half, pokes it forward towards Ings. He gets there first. Bertrand does well on the volley to find Walcott on the right, into the penalty area. Loops it for a free header, and Ings just missed it. May have been Adams actually at the near post. He missed the initial header, and City behind him headed it behind for a corner. It was a pass that was in between both strikers, Dave. Stones cleared it.
But once again, it was the ball won on the halfway line by pressing City in their own half.
We're into the last 6 minutes of the half. A couple of, I think the Saints physios, doctors are out, Dave. Who's struggling?
It looks like Ings.
Here. Oh dear. Danny Ings down just inside his own half. He's just gone to sit down to make it easy for Dave and me to spot that it's him. Now, physios are on.
Well, let's just see
if it's his knee. That's what we're worried about always, isn't it? Everybody, that's not good news. Danny Ings, it did look like they were looking at his knee area. He is coming off, and how about this for a substitution? Nathan Tella is coming on. He will have more time on the pitch today than he's had in all his substitute appearances combined. Ball on the edge of the penalty area. Ederson plays it out and City play out, and suddenly one early quick ball through to De Bruyne, and so they've almost put Saints apart here, and De Bruyne gets it back and he pulls it back, should be 2-0, he's gone round 2 and then he's made an absolute mess of it, Bernardo Silva. The goal was gaping, he just had to place it past to McCarthy and he wanted too many touches.
Well, it was beautiful play down that left-hand side, Sterling and De Bruyne, and they cut the ball back, and Silva really's got the goal at his mercy on his own.
City playing short triangles in their own half, trying to work their way out of troubles. Bernardo Silva turns nicely, finds De Bruyne, tackled and got too tight. Bednarik didn't get the ball and he shifted it onto Sterling. Sterling in the box, trying to finish the game off, and another misplaced final ball from City, and Pep's so infuriated, and Saints get away with it. And then McCarthy bowls it out to Walker-Peters, and somehow he managed to nick it past the oncoming player, and Saints on the counter, and that stretch only as far as Adams, who heads it out of play, stuttering backwards on his heels. It's a great cross from the right, and the City defender played it up into the air. There was no angle for Adams to work with.
It's a difficult one for Adams.
Couldn't get any power on it anyway. It was a half chance.
Once again at the other end, City carve us open, and they don't take the opportunity of sticking that ball in the net.
Great cross from Nathan Teller, Dave, from the right.
Oh, excellent when he got down there.
Oh. And Southampton are working hard off the back of a point at Arsenal on Wednesday and 3 points here last Sunday. They've got 4 points from Sheffield United and Arsenal. This is their third game in 7 days, remember, and the team's hardly changed, and they are still working at full kilter against Manchester City into the last 15 minutes. But De Bruyne, he drives forward and infield. Square of him is Bernardo Silva, 25 yards out. Now Mahrez, fresh on the pitch, tries to cross, ricochets kind, comes back to Gundogan, and a good save from McCarthy, tips it over the bar for a corner.
Well, it's gone out, it's a good build-up, but it was De Bruyne who drove forward there, changed the play.
Redmond back to Romeo, who's now 20 yards inside the City half. He's caught in possession trying to do a trick, and De Bruyne beats Vestergaard to it. He can't bring him down, and De Bruyne's racing down the right. 3 white shirts to his left. One of them is Sterling, the goal scorer of the first goal. He finds Bernardo Silva, chips it across and over the bar by Mahrez. 8 yards out, another let off, 1-0 still.
He's on the 6-yard box. He's put it over the top. He's got the goal at his mercy. Pep Guardiola puts a hands to his head. He can't believe he's missed it.
No, nor can we. I'd be going mad.
I mean, City have created good chances, we know that, but they haven't taken them. But at the same time, I think they've played brilliant.
But Saints have taken them on.
Oh, they've really taken them on.
They've challenged them. They haven't come into this game putting 10 behind the ball, hoping to keep the score down. They played toe-to-toe with City, and it's a sign of how much they've improved that they can do that. As Rodri heads clear for City, can they create another chance? 30
well,
seconds.
It's got to go long now.
McCarthy's got to send this. He's drill it. Can't really get near it, a red and white shirt.
See, that's where he's got to pick somebody out at him. He's just whacked it.
Yeah,
whacked it to nobody.
Good ball from Mahrez to Walker. Can City put a final polish on this game? Sterling, edge of the box, looks inside, wants to dip onto his right foot again. Just held up. City are happy. That's it. 5 minutes of stoppage time gone. Ralph Hasenhüttl and Pep Guardiola, I think, say well played to each other. A really good, high intensity, high tempo, tight game of football